David Volk for Chin Music. Today's post, back in the way back machine with how to tell if your new coworker has seen it all. Characteristics of highly jaded people. We all know them. They are the people who aren't impressed by anything, no matter how excited the rest of your office staff may be. They are unmoved. They are unimpressed. They are survivors. Suffice it to say, they aren't a lot of fun to be around, unless you like graveyard humor or the comedian Stephen Wright, or possibly both. Some of them prefer to call themselves realists. More often than not, we call them wet blankets. Here's how to tell if your desk has been placed near one of them. 1. They've been there. Maybe they were there at the founding of the company, or perhaps they have a single-digit employee number. Regardless, they are your office's informal institutional memory, and they aren't happy about it. They've seen people come and they've seen people go into better things, and here they sit, watching life pass them by. Some of them even suffer from what singer Philip Bailey called photogenic memory, when the past looks better than it used to be. 2, they've done that. They've survived just about everything that can be thrown at them. The startup phase, the reorgs, numerous rounds of layoffs, a CEO or two, and countless corporate counseling sessions for minor violations of every company policy you can think of. But still, they managed to hang on. They even came into the office and worked straight through the pandemic because they somehow ended up with a set of keys. Perhaps because they have the rules so perfectly committed to memory, they know exactly where the boundary is and how far to stretch their body over it without actually crossing the damn thing, much to the frustration of supervisors who have been looking for a reason, any reason at all. We're not saying they have a picture of someone high up in management doing something they shouldn't, but there's a fine line between competence and incompetence, and they managed to erase that line. 3, they bought the soundtrack. And we're not talking about the soundtrack from Hamilton, although they probably were in the room where it happened and when it happened, and can likely tell you how it happened, why it happened, and for how long. Let's put it this way. You know that song with the lyric, "Meet the new boss, same as the old boss"? They wrote it. And we're not talking about Hamilton, even though they probably were in the room where it happened at the exact moment that it happened. I've been David Volk for Chin Music.